I'd like to call the City of Cannon Falls City Council meeting for Tuesday, January 3rd, 2003 to order. If I could get a roll call, please.
Groth.
Here.
Jepson.
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
Cronenberger.
Aye.
Lundell. Here. Montgomery.
Here, if you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We will start tonight's meeting with all of the newly elected positions taking the oath of office. And City Administrator Neil Jensen will lead us in our oath.
You're first.
Okay.
Matt, you'll be first for mayor. Please stand up, raise your right hand. Follow after me. I state your name.
Matt Montgomery,
Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
and that I will faithfully and partially discharge the duties of the office of mayor of the City of Cannon Falls,
and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of the office of Mayor of the City of Cannon Falls,
to which I have been elected,
to which I have been elected,
to the best of my knowledge and ability, so help me God.
to the best of my knowledge and ability, so help me God.
Then we'll do all the council that were elected, be four of you. We'll do the same thing. Ready? I state your name.
Diane Johnson,
Do solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of the office of City Council of the City of Cannon Falls,
that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of the office of City Council of the City of Cannon Falls,
to which I have been elected,
which I have been elected,
to the best of my knowledge and ability, so help me God.
to the best of my knowledge and ability, so help me.
All right. Congratulations, everybody. Now I would accept a motion to approve the agenda with the addition. You should have information in front of you. We will make that council business item C for now, allowing my signature to be used on city checks and to remove former Mayor John Altoff's signature from city checks. That will be item C. So do I have an approval, a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Lundell, second by Johnson. Any further discussion? Those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carries. That brings us to Resolution 2668, declaring a vacancy for City Council. Neil.
Well, Matt, now that you're mayor and you resign your post as city council, you have to adopt a resolution declaring a vacancy. And once that is adopted, then you as council can discuss and nominate anybody that is eligible to city council. And then with that, after your discussion, you can make a motion to appoint. So that's where we're at with this resolution.
With that said, I will accept a motion to declare a vacancy, Resolution 2668, to declare the vacancy here on City Council, the first step. Motion by Cronenberger. Do I have a second? Second by Lisa. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. With that said, we are now entering discussion to take nominations to fill my vacancy. And I think that sometimes experience is the best teacher. And I would entertain a motion to nominate former City Council member Steve Gesme to fulfill the last 2 years of my elected term.
So I had a couple of ideas. Johnson would be someone that I would like us to consider.
I've had a private discussion with Jesse Johnson. If he is interested, I would love to have that discussion. But for the time being and being here tonight, the years of experience on council, if Jesse is interested, he has not said so in our conversations. However, us as a council, as a governing body, we are, as long as they are eligible.
I do think, I agree with you. We do have 3 new council members here, so experience would help. Also to have a little continuity. And I guess I can go ahead. I will make a motion that we appoint former council member Steve Gesme.
There's a motion on the table. Is there a second?
I will second that motion.
Motion by Lindell, second by Johnson. Any further discussion? Those in favor of nominating Steve Gesme, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Aye.
3-2 is the vote. Does that carry, or do we need it to be a,
No, 3-2.
right, but do we need a supermajority for this nomination, or no? It just needs to carry? All right. Moving on, number 7, public input. Do we have, did
You want
anybody?
to put him on,
What's that?
do you want to?
Did anybody sign in though tonight?
Do you want to put Steve up there or do the oath of office?
We can do that right now? Steve, would you like to come up here and take your oath and take your seat? I didn't know if that had to be in a separate meeting. 3-2, it passed.
I know, right? Way to take your time off.
Thanks. You're going to need a copy of this. Want to stand
We got something to read.
right here.
This?
Yep, just your name instead of my name.
Oh, okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
I state your name.
I, Steve Gesme,
Do solemnly swear that I support the Constitution of the United States,
that I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of the of the office of City Council of the City of Cannon Falls
and that I will faithfully and partially discharge the duties of the office of City Council for the City of Cannon Falls,
to which I have been appointed to the best of my knowledge and ability.
which I have been appointed to the best of my knowledge and ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Do we have public input sign up? While we wait for that, I will read public input. Public input is intended to afford the public an opportunity to address concerns to the City Council. The public input will be no longer than 30 minutes in total length, and each speaker will have no more than 3 minutes to speak. Speakers may address topics relevant to the governance of the city. Speakers must sign up in advance and must provide their name, address, and the topic they intend to address. Comments must be on topic, respectful, pertinent to city business, and adhere to the applicable data privacy rules. Any speaker that violates these rules will be asked to sit down, and if the speaker refuses to comply, they may be removed from the meeting. Speakers shall not address topics that are the subject of a public hearing. All such comments shall be made at the public hearing. The City Council will not generally act on issues raised by the public input, but may choose to schedule consideration of the item in a future agenda. Nobody signed up? All right. Moving on. Public hearing. The introduction and first reading of Ordinance 389, amending City Code Title 3 relating to fees, charges, and rates. Neil.
So in your packet, you'll have the fees and rates that we charge for the city. As you remember, when we went through the budget process, there was water, sewer, and stormwater was raised by 1%. And then we added actually the ambulance charges in there. They went up slightly. They were never in the actual fee structure with all the other fees, so we added them this year. And so now they'll stay in there and be part of that. The public hearing is to take input on the charges that we have increased, which are the water sewer rates and the ambulance and storm sewer, sorry.
Any
And that
discussion?
was, sorry, that was 1% on that if for the incoming council.
Any discussion from the council? Oh, that's right, I have to open up the public hearing, don't I? All right, public hearing is now officially open for the first reading of ordinance 389, amending city code. Would anybody like to speak in the public hearing?
Hi, congratulations to the mayor and to the other new members of the council. I'm so excited for you. I haven't changed my mind since the last council meeting. I still don't think that the water, sewer, and stormwater rates should be going up. I am here to ask you to not approve the ordinance 389, but to hold off and to check more into it. I believe the 1% increase as residents, sewer, water, and stormwater fees is not necessary. Considering the fact the WACSAC fees for the Kendall Bartman project were waived, why should residents have to pay for fees that should have been collected by the project? The burden should not be on residents, especially since Kendall Bartman is receiving TIF money for the next 26 years. I feel that the old city council has not looked out for the interests of the residents. I pray the new city council and Mayor Montgomery will consider what is best for the residents. Our sewer, water, and stormwater fees are high enough. We paid through the nose for an oversized water treatment plant when we only grew 135 residents in 10 years, instead of the thousands more that was projected. When I was door knocking during my mayoral campaign, I ran into residents on North Street whose water's so bad they can't drink it or wash their clothes in it. Now you want to charge them more for their usable water. This is unacceptable. This increase may have been approved in the budget by the old council. However, the budget can be decreased but not increased. I urge the council to put this ordinance on hold, do some research, and figure out how to work in the best interest of residents and not raise the water, sewer, and stormwater rates. I would suggest in the future that in working out details for large housing developments, that the WACSAC fees not be pushed on the citizens of this community that are already paying extremely high utility bills. Thank you for your time.
Would anybody else like to speak during public input? Second call for public input. Third and final call for public input. With that, I will close the public hearing on the ordinance 389, amending city code title relating to fees, charges, and rates, which leads to discussion with the council.
I just wanted to check, all the other fees are the same amounts as last year, correct? Okay.
I wanted to ask, I data request. I know there's something listed specifically on the police section. So are like city requests the same, and do we have to spell it out, or?
We charge per copy, so it's copy costs.
Okay. Should we have that in here?
There should be a rate on there someplace at 25 cents. Up to 100, because it's always been on there.
I just want to make sure it's in here because I don't want someone to get charged and say we didn't have it listed.
Let me take a peek.
Yeah, it's listed under police, but I guess I don't,
Well, on page 2, the bottom, under general government charges,
Oh,
would
yeah.
that be the copies?
Okay, is that?
It doesn't
that's considered?
indicate per up to 100, but it's the only place I think I saw it.
Yeah, it's there and then under police also, but it's the same.
Yep.
So that would be data requests?
Mhm.
Okay. And that, perfect. And then, that we had last year something with regards to sexually oriented business license fees, and I didn't see that listed here.
That should be in the zoning.
Would it be under licenses, right? I
Um,
didn't see it unless it's called something else.
yeah, I'd have to look.
That was brought up to me before also, and I know that last year when we had a business owner that was considering trying to open a gentleman's club, that we looked at the state law and that we had to, as a city, we cannot deny that, but we have to allow a zone.
Right.
And once we designated the zone, they were no longer interested. So I was asked the same question of the fact that we don't have a business that fits that. Do we have to have that fee established without a business that fits that category? Or if that is something that if somebody were to show interest, if we would have to then come up with the fee.
Well, if I remember correctly, we had to have a zone that allowed it, right? So we did that last year.
Which is
That was I-2.
Real Park. Yep.
Yep.
But we do have to have a fee set according to our city charter.
You're right,
That
and
was
we
brought
did
up.
that last year.
Yep.
And
That should probably be listed here too.
it should be. I don't see it's not on here.
Okay. Those are the ones.
Neil, what is the normal fee?
I don't remember. We got a lot of
That
fees.
But we could look up what last year's fee was and
Well, we set it last year, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Those are, yep, those are the only two that just needed to be updated.
Do we want to table it till we can add that at next meeting, or do you want
No, let's,
or can we pass
for
it
the
and then
water and
add it
sewer
next
rates,
week?
and it's not gonna change, so, but we should get it on here.
So can we do a motion to approve this with those additions or those clarifications?
With,
The
with,
fee, the business fee
yes,
addition,
yes. At the same rate of last year.
yes.
so Laura, was that a motion?
Yes, that's a motion.
Okay. I would accept
I'll
a
make a
second.
motion to approve this as is with the addition of explicitly stating the sexually oriented business fee.
Okay.
Same as last year.
Second?
Got a second from Johnson. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I believe that carries. Moving on to the consent agenda. Consent agenda items may be adopted under one motion as presented or may be removed for discussion and resolution as council business. I'll go through these items. Item A, the just and correct claims accounting period ending on December 29th, 2022. Item B, meeting minutes for December 20th, 2002, City Council work session. Item C, meeting minutes for December 20th, 2022, City Council meeting. Item D, Resolution 2666, accepting a monetary donation of $100 from Sig McClure for the Police Department. Item E, approved designation of the official newspaper for 2023. Item F, Resolution 2667, designating the depositories for city funds for the fiscal year 2023. Item F, Resolution 2667, the depositories. Item G, approve statutory tort limits. Item H, approve 2023 cost of living adjustments for our non-union employees. And item I, Resolution 2669, accepting a monetary donation of $1,000 from Invenergy to the fire department. Is there any item on the consent agenda that the council would like to pull down?
I'd like to pull out H.
Item H. Item H, the cost of living adjustment, that will get moved to city council business as item, can we get D behind the item C that was added in the agenda approval? Okay. Anything else to get pulled down by the council? I would take a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So move.
We'll give motion by Lisa, second by Diane. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. Moving on to council business. Item A, approve the 2023 annual appointments. You guys should have received in your packet all of the different committees and boards that we have here in the city. As the mayor, it is my job to appoint people to fill these spots. And as you have this sheet, the city council appointment will be filled by the appointed council member, Steve Gesme. And to the public, we still have 2 open spots in the police commission. We have a opening in our planning commission, the term that Diane had as a resident. Now she will fill as a council member, so she has a spot that will fill 2023 and 2024. So we do have some openings, and also an edit on park board. Marcy French will be removed, and she will be replaced with Chuck Widholm. So, any discussion from the council on the appointments for boards and committees? I would take a motion to approve.
So move.
Motion by Gesme,
Second.
second by Lundell. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. Item B for council business, election of a mayor pro tem. A friend has joked with me, he'd rather that it was called the vice mayor instead of mayor pro tem. And Steve has served as mayor pro tem under Mayor Altoff for the last couple of years. I believe with our new council, again, as I said, I think experience. I would accept a nomination for Councilmember Derek Lundell to become the mayor pro tem.
And I will move that, nominate Laura to be mayor pro tem.
Motion on the table from Councilmember Johnson is that Laura Cronenberger be mayor pro tem.
I'd second that.
I've got a second from Councilmember Jepson. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It carries. Congratulations. You can vote no. All right, item C, the bank signature cards. The information that was shared with you here tonight looks like our city requires 2 signatures on all checks. One would be a stamped signature. Being the mayor, they will need my signature, and we need to vote to allow that and to remove former Mayor John Altoff's signature from city checks. Any other points, Neil, or any discussion that needs to be had on this? Pretty straightforward?
Yep, we just have to add you and take John off.
Okay.
I make a motion to authorize Matt to be on the bank signature card.
Motion by Gesme, second by Jepson. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. Item D, cost of living that was in your consent agenda as item H, approving the cost of living adjustment. That was pulled down by Lisa. Lisa?
What about union employees? I mean, the inflation, like this affects everybody.
Is your thing on?
For union people, I'm just thinking about inflation, how it's hard to retain people. If we can give union people also a raise, a cost of living.
The unions are bound by contracts, and they are the same as the non-union contract, or non-union in front of you, the raise.
Okay.
And,
Sorry.
and their contracts, we got 3 unions, and all 3 contracts are up this year. So I'll be actually looking for a few of you to help me out about the middle of the year to start negotiating for new ones.
But we can't do anything for them now.
No.
No.
And typically, the non-union get the same as the union, and that's what this is.
Okay.
You can do whatever you want. We're
Okay. I was under the
non-union.
assumption even if they're union and in a contract, you can still do a raise
Well,
of living.
I'm sure you could, but That
I don't
might-
think we want to open that can of worms.
I don't know if we want to go there.
They have a contract negotiation coming up at the end of this year, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would take a motion to approve the 2023 cost of living adjustments for non-union employees.
So moved.
Motion by Johnson,
Second.
second by Jepson. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Passes 5-1. That leads us to reports. Is there anybody from the chamber here tonight or anything?
I think
Nicole?
Nicole's in there.
Hi,
Hi, Nicole.
and of course my cat starts coming up. Okay, hi. So, hello and congratulations to all of you who are newly on council. And I'm looking at what we have going on at the library. We have a new program that is Silent Book Club that is going to be meeting on I think I told you about it last month. It's going to be meeting on the 17th from 5:30 to 7. That is, bring in your favorite book, come into the library, sit by the fireplace, read, tell everybody about the book, and have a good time. That's just a good way to share what you enjoy reading. And if you don't know people, then maybe make some new friends. We also are going to have at the end of the month a weaving demonstration by Northfield Fiberspace on Tuesday the 31st from 5:30 to 6:30. I do have my programs, my fitness programs at the Senior Center as part of health and physical literacy, because understand literacy is not just reading books, it's everything. And that is, I'm doing balance classes on Tuesdays. We did not today because the Senior Center was closed. And then the walk to the rhythm. And then we are doing, Friday, we're doing circuit training. So I'm teaching people how to do, come on up, stinker. I'm teaching people how to do strength training with what they have, basically equipment that you can buy for at home. I'm sorry about the cat butt. She likes to be held. And just learning about the importance of retaining muscle as you age, because it affects every single system in your body. I've been learning this in one of my new certifications. This is Freckles. She's very friendly. And of course, we have our story times on Mondays and Thursdays. We have a Freckles, stop it. A Pokemon Club on Wednesday at the 25th at 3:15. That's going to be a new program. And of course, crafts and all of our, hello honey, all of our other fun stuff. And our next library board meeting is next Monday at 6. You're welcome to come. And for all of you who are new on city council, or even those of you who have been there for a while, I invite you to come into the library, take a look at the fireplace that was finished a year ago. And I'll also be happy to just give you a tour, see how things have changed, and talk to you about how we do things at the library and our relationship with the city. And with that, I'm done if you have any questions.
Thanks, Nicole. Dan?
I'm good.
Anything for Public Works? All right. Chief?
I thought Dan would cover this. We got a lot of snow today. His guys were out getting the streets clear, but they will be back out again this evening. So I just want to remind all of our residents to make sure they get the cars off the streets. The officers try to get out there early and let people know if they need to move their cars, but that doesn't always happen. However, at midnight, they'll be out there to make sure that the cars are off the street, and that may involve a ticket and a tow, so we want to try to get those out of the way before Public Works comes in. especially this type of snow where it's wet and heavy. We don't want it to get missed and then freeze down and, prevent the streets from getting cleared curb to curb. So just want to remind residents of that.
Thanks, Chief. Neil?
I just want to say welcome to all the new faces that we have here. It'll be fun to get through the first year and get your feet wet, per se. Welcome.
Council members, I'll start over there. Laura, anything you'd like to say?
Nope, I'm good.
Lisa?
I'm good. Happy to be here, though.
Ryan? Good. All right. Derek?
Just wanted to welcome the 3 new people and Mr. Gesme, thought we were ready, but guess we're
Recycle,
back.
reuse.
Reduce, reuse, recycle, right? But yeah, welcome to you 3.
Diane?
I'm happy.
You're good. Steve?
Oh, I gotta say something.
No, you don't.
You should know. Oh, it's yours.
Shut it off.
Sorry.
Okay, you didn't want me to. I talked to Dan, and our wood piles completely disappeared. We have nothing left down there except for 3 Christmas trees that just arrived. But it's a welcome sight down there. A lot of flat land. It looks great. Looks great. That's all I have.
Great. I'm just going to try to be quick. I just want to say thank you to everybody here on the council for serving, for putting yourself out there. For some of you, it'll be 2 years. For some of you, it'll be 4 years. Thank you. We appreciate that you guys are here. It's not always fun. We won't always agree, but we will always have to work together. So I think that learning from the 4 years on the council, just being respectful of each other goes a long way. And I think that we have a group that it's going to be pretty easy to do that. So I hope that we will accomplish a lot. Thank you to my family for supporting me in this. It'll be 4 years of a lot of nights here in the chambers. So kids, that's a lot of chicken nuggets and pizzas. I don't think you mind that too much. But and to my department heads, everybody at City Hall, Police Department, CEDA, our EMTs, the library, our Public Works, I want to say thank you, and I really look forward to the next 4 years working with you guys. As a council member, you guys were delightful to work with, and I think that we have been on the same page with a lot of the issues that we've had to deal with. I tried to think about the last 4 years, the things that we've dealt with as a council, and it's amazing because sometimes you think there hasn't been that much, and then you think back, oh yeah, we had a pandemic, we had a tornado in 2018, we've put up with the dumps, the transition of you joining, the transition of Neil, you coming here. So I just want to say thank you, and I really am looking forward to working with you guys, and I think that we will try to do a lot of things to make progress in the next 4 years. With that, that's pretty much all I've got. So I want to real quickly, though, thank Mayor Altoff. I know he's not able to be here tonight. I want to say thank you to him for the 4 years of guidance and service that he also gave us for those that were on the council with him. So I wanted to say thank you to him. I know that he would do this all the time. He would just read the upcoming meeting schedule. Finance Committee on Monday the 9th at 5. EDA Thursday the 5th at 3:30. Planning Commission Monday the 9th, 6:30. Library Board, as Nicole said, Monday, January 9th at 6. Public Works, Thursday, January 5th, 6 p.m. Joint Powers Trail Board, Tuesday, January 24th at 6:30. And the Park Board this Thursday, January 5th at 5 p.m. I know that Park Board, you guys have a lot to do. John Birch Park, big projects. The clock is ticking. 2028 state tournament will be here really quick. So with that, I would take a motion and a second to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion from Lundell. Second from Jepson. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. We are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.